many Western seekers come to India looking for enlightenment.
Ja, und viele westliche Suchende, die kommen nach Indien auf der Suche nach Erleuchtung.
As if it is an experience. What is enlightenment?
So als wenn es ein Erlebnis wäre. Und John fragt, was ist Erleuchtung?
To know what we really are, to know one's own self,
Also zu
is
wissen,
enlightenment.
wer wir wirklich sind, das ist Erleuchtung, das Selbst zu kennen.
Could you perhaps just expand that a little bit?
Könntest du noch ein bisschen erklären?
See, we are in a state of ignorance when we say we are the body, or we say, or rather we identify ourselves with the body.
Es ist ein
That is the state of ignorance. We have to go beyond the body and identify ourselves with the self. That is what we are in reality. If we get established in that consciousness that we are the self, we can say we are enlightened.
Es ist Unwissenheit, wenn wir sagen, wir seien unser Körper. Und das ist aber die häufigste Antwort auf die Frage. Und in Wahrheit sind wir das Selbst in unserem Körper manifestiert. Und wenn wir dieses Bewusstsein in uns etablieren können, dass wir das Selbst sind, dann ist das Erleuchtung.
Are there any qualifications for enlightenment? Any qualifications?
Also gibt es da so einige
Purification, purity of the mind.
Qualifikationen, um erleuchtet zu werden? Ich habe kein besseres Wort.
Mind is the only thing standing in the way of our enlightenment.
Translate that.
I can't hear it.
Hmm? You can't hear?
Really hear it.
You hear it?
I didn't quite understand.
They're having some trouble to hear your voice. With great politeness, could we ask you if you were able to
Raise my voice.
a little bit?
When the mind is working, we cannot have enlightenment.
Wenn der Mind arbeitet, können wir nicht Erleuchtung erreichen.
The mind has to be stilled.
Der Mind muss ruhig sein, still.
The stillness can come only when we have removed all the waves or thoughts or tendencies in the mind.
Ja, und der Mind kann nur still werden, wenn wir alle Gedanken und alle Tendenzen im Mind entfernt haben.
Then the mind becomes perfectly pure, crystal pure, then we get enlightenment.
Und wenn der Mind dann perfekt pure, rein ist, dann erreichen wir Erleuchtung.
So is sadhana necessary? Sadhana is necessary? Some spiritual practice is
A
necessary?
lot of work is necessary to purify our mind. We have been gathering quite a lot of dirt
Right.
from the moment we started from our original source.
Ja, und John hat gefragt, ob Sadhana wichtig ist. Sadhana sind diese Übungen, Meditationsübungen.
Ja, und die sind wichtig, weil wir damit unseren Mind reinigen. Und, weißt du noch weiter?
Es kommen verschiedene Leute dafür auch hierher.
Und wir sammeln sehr viel Verunreinigungen im Laufe unseres Lebens.
Do you advise a particular practice?
It is like this. We are actually like travelers. We have left our original home We had left our parents there and started traveling. In the course of travels, we have gathered a lot of things by way of the effects of our thoughts and actions.
Can we just translate?
Ich
Sorry.
habe gefragt, ob Swamiji besondere Empfehlungen für die Praxis hat.
Give him the microphone. Move around so he can hear.
Und die Antwort ist, dass wir wie Reisende sind. Und wenn wir auf Reisen sind, dann sammeln wir sehr viele Dinge an.
Are you getting it or not? Because if it's not happening, we just stop the German translation. I think it's causing some interference. We do it later.
Yes, later might be better. I thought so. This one.
I think we'll leave to translate the German until later.
Later.
I'm sorry if you don't understand the English.
That can be translated later.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
yes. So I was asking, what form do you suggest?
No, that question is not answered.
Yes.
We have been gathering quite a lot of dirt by way of the effects of our actions and thoughts. And we have been passing through innumerable births. We have been insects, we have been animals, we have been birds, we have been humans. Now human birth is the gateway to liberation. Now having taken birth, we are also endowed with intellect. With intellect we can discriminate what is good and what is bad for us. Using the intellect we find that there is something higher than what the world can give us. We can get only happiness depending upon certain conditions, and that happiness is always followed by sorrow. Now our intellect tells us there must be something more than this, eternal happiness. And we start trying for it. That is the occasion, that is the turning point in our life to return home, our original home. Then the efforts to go back home begins. We come in contact with a wise man who knows the truth. He tells us how to go back. He asks us to meditate on our true being, or asks us to chant the name of God, or any other method that will lead us to our original home. In that process, we purify ourselves. It means our mind gets purified, all those desires are dropped off, all the effects of the desires are dropped off, effects of actions are dropped off, and mind becomes perfectly still. Means, when it is perfectly still, we have a glimpse of our true being. And further effort to remain in that state continuously, we get established in that state, which is our real home, our own self. So till we are absolutely pure, and till we have shed all that we have accumulated during our journey, we have no entry into our original place. We go back as naked as we started from there. That is the condition, to shed all that you have earned during your journey. Then we are qualified to enter our home.
It's been said that self-inquiry is the most direct route to realizing the self.
That is one of the ways to go back home. self-inquiry. Here our Master has taught us devotion is one of the simplest and the safest way to return home.